let me tell you how we're going to layer our colors. So you're going to put your cup and you're going to layer your colors in the following order. So you're going to add some yellow, blue, white, turquoise, the metallic emerald green, and we're going to keep layering those colors until we fill our cup all the way up here. These colors won't muddy up a lot, so you're good to layer them in any ratios. I probably don't want to add a lot of white because white sometimes will make your colors, it will make your colors lighter. So I don't want my colors to be super light all over. You know, I just want to keep my colors vibrant rather than having pastel looking colors. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna have enough space in here for the green. I did want to add more of this green. Okay, I think I added a little bit too much of the other colors. I'm gonna set that aside for a little bit, and you're going to add some white on top of your canvas because it will just make everything move around a lot easier. You just want to get an even coat of white paint everywhere. And like I said, it's a good idea to tilt it around rather than just spread it out with your gloves, because if you spread it out with your gloves, the paint is not going to be level throughout. You're going to have some areas where the paint is going to be higher than other areas. So don't be afraid to add paint and just let the paint flow to every single corner. Get your whole canvas covered. And this will help your paint from your cup glide a lot easier on the surface of your canvas. I'm going to start pouring my paints right in the center, and it's called a straight pour, a dirty cup. First of all, it's called a dirty cup because you're putting all your colors into one cup, and the cup will eventually look all muddy and messy because all the colors will mix in there. So that's why it's called a dirty cup. But this is a straight pour because we're pouring our paint straight onto the canvas, and you can pour it in any way that you want. You can pour it in lines and circles and, you know, zigzaggy lines. Just pour it all, you know, just dump it all in one spot, or, you know, place some paint in some areas and then tilt. This just really depends on what you want to do. However, for this particular one, I'm going to pour my paint from up high, and as I'm letting the paint fall onto the canvas, I'm going to start moving slowly my cup around in different areas of the canvas. So let me show you, and then you can follow along. So you probably don't want to overfill your cup like I did, because it's going to be harder to pour this, but I'm going to start pouring right here in the middle from way up high. Okay, and as I'm pouring, I'm going to be moving around. This cup is really not liking me today. There we go. Okay. So I know it's a lot of paint, and it is a lot. You could have probably made 3 ounces of paint, but I usually I prefer to have a lot and then just tilt it and not have to worry about not having enough. Way too much green here and way too much color. And there you have it. Now I know we wasted a ton of paint down there, but don't freak about it, okay? You can always scoop that paint up and mix it all up, and you're going to get a totally different color of paint that you can use for any other type of pour that you're going to be doing. So it doesn't need to go to waste. We're getting some little cells happening over here on this corner. Now let's give this another go. So I wanted to include this video so that you can give this pour a try. This is another beginner technique. It's also using a dirty cup, and you're going to layer the same colors that you used for the other pour painting. However, in this one, I decided to add in one more color, and we're going to add a copper to our colors. The one that I'm using is this one called Brown Red from Master's Touch. However, you can use any copper color that you find. There are some available from Artist Loft, from Amsterdam, from Liquitex Basics, because yeah, any metallic copper paint will work. And you're going to again mix it the same way as you mixed all your other paints, and you're going to have a 1 second mound consistency, so your paint should integrate almost immediately when you drop it in. And I just wanted to add in that extra color to give our painting a little bit more contrast and maybe possibly a few more effects going on. So we're going to layer our colors in this manner here. We're going to add the green, yellow, turquoise blue, this is copper, light blue, white, and again we're going to continue layering these colors, green, yellow, turquoise, copper. And for this, I do think we're going to need 4 ounces in total because we don't have any paint on our canvas. I do have a little bit on there, but it's not like a layer of paint. It's just, I just scraped off the paint from the previous canvas, the previous painting that we did, so that I can reuse it. So now that we have our dirty cup, I'm going to mostly like just pour the colors right in the middle maybe, and then tilt. So I'm gonna go like this. Okay. Now, you're just going to let this sit for a little bit. And you can already see some cells happening. I don't want to lose those cells over there, but then I also have some cells here that I don't want to lose either. So first let's tilt to one edge. Then go to the other edge. And now, I'm going to lose those there. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna lose those cells there. Okay, let's stop moving it for a little bit, because you can see some cells up there. Some cells are forming over here. We have some green cells going on as well. So we're getting a lot more cells this time. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for a little bit. We see some white cells going on through there, some green ones happening, some tiny cells over here, some more cells over there. So you can see how adding a metallic color can create some cell formations. So it's always a good idea to use a few metallics. In this case, we use 2 metallics, and it's a good idea to layer a non-metallic with a metallic, non-metallic with metallic, and so forth. And then that will help with the formation of cells. I do like what's happening there, so we're just gonna let this painting sit and do its thing, see if any other new cells pop up. So here's a close-up. Let me show you. This painting might still continue to react, so I might show this painting to you a little bit later, but you see some green cells right there, some white ones. We do have a few more over here, tiny ones. We have some more up here. You know, some nice patterns in there in the copper area. So lots of cells in this one. Let me show you the other one. This is the one that we did without the copper. It's also very pretty. And also a lot of cells are happening here. You know, some tiny, some medium ones. Some of the white and green ones are happening throughout those areas, especially down here. So I do like both of these. I like the colors of both.